Welcome to another episode of It's Debatable NBA Edition. I'm your host, Justin Jones, here with co-host Sebastian Pluvios, co-host Jalen Green, and special guest Darius Celestin.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Yo, clap it up for my boy real quick. You
Let
brought him on
me
the
get
show.
a little
Seb.
love up in here.
Don't act crazy now.
Yeah, long overdue.
All right, so before we start, I just want to ask you, why did you want to come on the show? There's a lot of platforms, you maybe could have went on. You decided to come on this. Can I just get a little background story?
Nah, definitely. Like, y'all my mans. Yeah, we've been friends for a long time. I just got tired of watching the nonsense I hear spew on this platform. Love the platform though. Great setup. Like you could see some of the merchandise. Yo, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. But yeah, I think I have a good knowledge of basketball and have great conversation with my guys. So.
All right, well, we're going to find out. Jalen, Seb, what's going on? Talk to me.
Chilling, man.
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Everyone's good? We ready to talk basketball? All right, so we will be starting with the Eastern Conference today, and it will be with the number one seeded 76ers, who are off to a tremendous start. They're off to a 7-1 start, and they're on a 7-game win streak. Ever since the James Harden trade, the team has been thriving just under this Nick Nurse system. So shout out to Nick Nurse, shout out to Joel Embiid for the great season he's having thus far. Tyrese Maxey getting into his new role and thriving. The team looks great right now. But I want to start with Sebastian on this question. Can the 76ers, led by Embiid and Maxey, reach the finals?
Can they? Yes. Will they? Probably not. Because when we look at it, this is the same team that every year we're waiting for them to take that next leap to make it to the conference finals, have that conference finals berth or even a finals berth. But it's always something every year. And with Embiid, we know in the playoff time, like, he's never fully 100% or he might go out with a minor injury or anything like that. But just from what we've seen thus far, do they have the potential? I say yes, because this team is stacked all around. I feel like it checks out all the marks with the wings, with just Tyrese Maxey taking that next step and embracing his role, as well as Joel Embiid, just more looking team-oriented rather than just it's either Joel Embiid or we go down with Joel Embiid. It's looking more like a whole system. I like what Nick Nurse is doing over there. Especially just overall, just the development of just Tyrese Maxey, just to go back to that, really. Just somebody that's really taking that next leap, just right now looking like most improved player of the year. And, maybe they could do it this year, but just from what we've seen from past playoff years, is there's always going to be something. Like, there's always that thing where they just can't get over the hump, though. But it's really there for the taking this year, too, as well, because what we've seen with Milwaukee thus far, we not looking at them as formidable as we thought when that trade first happened. We just seen that they took Boston, to the edge and it got a game up on Boston. But can they really, have that success or really just lock in this year to really said, let's go to the conference finals and let's go to the finals this year? We have to wait and see for that.
Okay. Darius, talk to us. Can the 76ers, led by Embiid and Maxey, go to the championship this season?
Hell no. I don't even understand why that's even a question. If you look at Embiid's history, he already missed almost 2 years when he first got drafted. So that's already a knock. Lower body injuries, if I'm correct, if my memory serves me well. Then after that, I don't think he's ever played a postseason fully healthy or played every game in a postseason. And it's bro, how I expect my star player, MVP caliber player, he did win an MVP. So we can say that now. Oh, yeah. MVP caliber player consistently missing games in the playoffs. How can that be relied upon? Me personally, I love the way Maxey's playing, love his game. But me personally, I feel like as time goes on, eventually the fans are going to turn on Maxey the same way they turned on Ben, the same way they turned on Harden. But they're not looking at the common denominator. Their MVP caliber player is never there when it counts. People like to throw shots at Kawhi because he missed games. He does that, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, he has his chips already, whether people like it or not. When you look at Embiid, he's the driving force for Philly. I watched that first game of the season, looked real lackadaisical, didn't look like he cared to play, didn't look like he wanted to buy into whatever they had going on. So me personally, I just don't see how they can be a formidable team in the East. I personally don't even know who their third best player is right now on that team. And we all know you need at least 3. It don't got to be MVP players, but you need 3 legitimate stars on your team to make any kind of run in this league. That's my take on them, though.
All right, Jalen.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Darius. I don't think they're gonna be able to go to the finals. Let alone I'm not even having that discussion with them. It's more so if they're gonna reach the conference finals. They're a consistent second round, first round exit team. So therefore, I gotta keep it based on whether they could even make the conference finals first. Conference finals is a possibility, but even like going on the playoffs, like spectrum, like they're good right now, and then like the regular season is good. You know, it's a good kumbaya. You have a new, coach. You got just got rid of Harden. Everybody's playing well, but in the playoffs, I've seen too many times where, who's going to win them a game? Like, I've seen too many times Tobias Harris just be lackluster, be a non-factor on the court. And when the playoffs come, is he at least going to contribute now? Because there's no really excuses. There's no ball-dominant guard. Everyone has a freelance opportunity to contribute. Is Tobias Harris going to contribute? Kelly Oubre hasn't been on, like, a playoff team, really. He hasn't had, like, long stretches in the playoffs. So how is he going to be in the playoffs? Our team's going to be able to take advantage of him. You feel me? And then, Tyrese Maxey, he's still young and everything. But I there's times that he came up big in the playoffs. But, like, to Darius' point, like, the main factor is Joel Embiid. And, like, for me, this time, like, I'm taking a real, good scope. Because, again, maybe, like, last year he won his MVP and then, got bounced out in the second round like usual. But now it's at the point, like, now, all right, you got the MVP done. Now we got to see something else. Like, you feel me? Like, you're an MVP. Now we're holding you to a higher standard now. Like, it can't be no more second round exits or anything. But to me, like, I can't even have, like, I don't think they're making the finals at all, like, to be honest. And I can't even put them in the same class as a Celtics, Milwaukee, or the Heat, because they consistently been there. There's the only three teams that consistently been in the conference finals or finals in the Eastern Conference period. So they have to prove it to me to even have that conversation of the finals. But yeah.
Okay, with my take, I kind of have pieces from what everyone said, so I feel like we're on the same page. But before I go, I want to ask you, so real quick, so just so I know, you trust the Heat more to at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals than the Sixers as of right now?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure we know that for future references. Yeah. Can the 76ers be led by Embiid and Maxey? Can they? Yes. Will they? No. And I kind of, like I said, I have some of the same reasons. His body, when I'm talking about Joel Embiid, his body wears down once the playoff arrives. So just to Darius's point, when you really need him, it's either a foot injury, it's a leg injury. I remember last season, we were in the first round with some type of hand injury. He always just has some type of injury to where when you need him, he's just unreliable. Another point that one of y'all made. In those crucial games, like a Game 6, a Game 7 we seen last year, when Embiid is facing elimination, his stats down the board just decreases. His career averages in the regular season, 27.2 points, about 11 rebounds, about three turnovers a game, 3 assists, 50% field goal, 33% for three. Not bad, but when facing elimination, only 22 points, 11 rebounds, almost 5 turnovers, 2 assists, 38% from the field and 25% from three. Those numbers just are not going to get it done when you are that number one option. To Darius' point, when you are the MVP, we're expecting you, when you get to the playoffs, for your game to increase. I hear Shaquille O'Neal say all the time, in the regular season, he did what he had to do, but once the playoffs arrive, he has to get about 8 more points, about 5 more rebounds. Your game is supposed to increase, not decrease. That's a huge problem. Getting into Tyrese Maxey, I like Tyrese Maxey. I've always said, why not just make him the second option? So when James Harden got traded, I wasn't what's the word I'm thinking of? I wasn't feeling too bad for them because they still have a great young player. Let's see what he's made of. Is he good enough to be a second option on a championship team? We at least have to find out. And I feel like this is going to be the season, so I have to see how that goes. And I believe, to your point, are the others going to step up? We've seen in playoffs games just throughout, all of us just watching basketball throughout the years, sometimes it's an other that wins you a playoff game. Mm-hmm. It could just be that 6th man off the bench. It could be that 8th man that makes 5 threes that night, and you just go on a crazy one. You need the others. And Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre, Patrick Beverly, and others, are they going to step up in those crucial moments? I'm not sure. Tobias Harris has been very suspect in the playoffs the last couple of years. To your point, James Harden gone, the ball's going to swing around more. Can he increase his level of play in the playoffs? We're just going to have to see. Patrick Beverly, in the playoffs, sometimes he talks too much and doesn't do enough on the court. We're going to have to watch that. And Kelly Oubre is playing great right now. But when the lights are shining brightest, is Kelly Oubre, is that someone we're going to depend on to put up buckets? We're just going to have to find out. It's too many question marks. Embiid's career is just a huge question mark. And I'm gonna have to agree. No, I just don't think it's gonna happen. At least not this year.
So, question, right? Like, you think like if they make a certain trade, they'll be in those talks, and if they do make that trade, like who would it be for? Like, what would they need to make that push
Okay,
to be a
so
solid finals contender?
I just seen the report, and they said the whole league right now is waiting on the Chicago Bulls to kind of see if their franchise just goes that other direction. So can they land a Zach LaVine? I think that might be the piece for the Sixers to possibly get over the hump. Right? Do you give away a Tobias Harris, a Kelly Oubre, and some of these other pieces to get that third quote unquote star? That's the only person I could personally think of right now.
Yeah.
Is there someone you had in mind that they should be looking
No,
at?
because everybody says, oh, they should make a trade or anything. But I even feel like if they make a trade for Zach LaVine, I don't really feel like that helps as much. It's just more so the Sixers itself. Like I just got to see more like consistently for me to even trust them for anything. So.
Okay.
So quick thing though, when we look at it though, Nick Nurse has success, coaching like the Raptors, won a chip and all that. You don't think what he implements could be added on to what the 76ers got going on, especially with the depth that they have. Being that Doc Rivers was, there last year, and we see Doc Rivers never have any like type of luck of making it to the conference finals or overall in the playoffs. You think it might be a different story now that Nick Nurse is there though, or just his system?
Real quick, because I also want to hear what Darius has to say about that. Nick Nurse is a great coach, champion, all that. Shout out to him. And he has the Sixers playing well right now. But in playoffs, we know it's a game of chess. Other coaches are going to make adjustments. And when he won that championship, I don't think none of these players was on that roster. You still need the right players. He had the Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. Certain players fit in certain systems, so we still have to see. This 7-1 record, like I'm saying, is good, and Nick Nurse is a great coach, but in the playoffs, that's when we really see which coaches know how to make those right adjustments and things of that nature. So that's just something we're going to have to see.
And to add to that, Nick Nurse, I like that point you made about his system implementing it with Philly. I think people are underestimating how good defensively that Raptors team actually was.
Facts,
and on top of that, it's like, there's not a player like Kawhi on Philly. The closest they had to that was Jimmy Butler, and they sent him out for Tobias Harris. Like, Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, bro, he can implement whatever system he want, but if you don't have the personnel,
right,
you're only gonna get so far. So unless Embiid, and I don't want these Embiid fans to think that I'm hating on him or I think he's trash or whatever the case may be. I know what he's capable of doing. But when are we going to see it? They've been saying the process since I was like 13, bro. I'm 25.
Talk about it.
When is it going to, feel me? When is the process going to be processed?
No, but hold on.
It's like loading. Like, you going on YouTube and shit doing this?
No, but
it's like, damn.
They're saying this is the process 2.0, though. So this is a new process.
Yo,
it's the Tyrese.
What is this, JavaScript?
I'm just
the
saying
last one ain't even finished.
I heard someone say process 2.0 the other day.
Nah, like, bro, you didn't even finish. Like, that's like you making breakfast and you just throw this shit out and be like, nah, this one is gonna be even better. You didn't even, where my first batch of pancakes at, son? Like, where that at?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm tired of hearing about this process shit. Respectfully, like, you gotta show up, bro. If you're an MVP now, you was crying too. I ain't forget, you was crying last year talking about, I'm not even an MVP. He's a 2-time MVP. He was dumbing. I never see somebody say that. Like, why you expect stuff from me? I'm not even nice for real. Like, nah, you're wilding. You're MVP now. Show me something, bro. Show me something.
That MVP, the expectations go away. Because they was just on Jokic ass last year too. Saying, how you a 2-time MVP about to be a 3-time and you have nothing to show for it. They was on his ass heavy. Like,
yeah, they better keep the same energy.
Yeah, they got to keep the same energy for
NBA.
He's
still killing dude. Still.
But I want to ask Jay on a question real quick. So you've seen the James Harden trade. You see Clippers kind of struggling right now. Sixers are playing better. Are the Sixers a better team without Harden? Like this version with the Maxey, Tobias Harris, their roles, they're 2-3. Without Harden, is this team better?
Better? I wouldn't say better. I just feel it's more opportunity for other players, more so because, and I really feel like, like long term, it's better long term because, Tyrese Maxey is still young and he has time to develop into a player that we don't know yet. So I definitely feel like they have the opportunity to be better. But as of right now, it's still too early. I don't want to say like they're absolutely better. It's still 7-1, but I still got to see more competitive games against, top competition to really make a good assessment to say if they're better.
Okay. I
Facts.
just wanted to ask you because I'm hearing a lot of people say addition by subtraction. So you kind of got rid of the headache, got some spare pieces that can
what
do
they're
some things.
but from what they're projecting, they're expecting to be better. I'll say that. But
They were solid with Harden though. That's
that's
thing,
what I'm
though.
saying. Like
It wasn't like they was a bad team. They literally
Just
blew
not when
2
it mattered.
games. Yeah, they blew 2 games. They was up 3-2 to the fucking Celtics, bro. They literally had a chance to put it away. Tatum went off in like the 4th quarter, bro. If that, I don't think we would have been talking about Philly how we talking about them right now, though.
If they made the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, at least respectfully, if they made the Eastern Conference Finals, we wouldn't be talking.
But if they made the Eastern Conference Finals and then shitted the bed in Game 7, it would have been the same narrative. They win the and they shitted in Game 7.
But now at least you get over the hump, though. The narrative around Philly was
the
that
hump is to actually
the
get to the
conference finals. It's like, are they finally going to make it to the conference finals?
haven't
I
even
just
got there.
feel the media would have found a way to get a narrative that they still failed when it mattered. I'm saying if they had choked in the next round. That's
Right,
what I'm
not
saying.
yet. Nah, I hear
If
what
they
you're saying.
lost in the Game 7 and 4, they wouldn't have. I think if they choked.
I personally disagree. Though. I don't think they got better getting rid of Harden. The thing that people got to understand, right? As a basketball player, yeah, everybody might be happy because Harden is going. I'm getting more shots. That doesn't mean you should be getting those shots though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like respectfully, maybe you should be sitting that corner, bro. You don't need to come off the screen and shoot this mid-range pull-up. You might be happy that you get to do that, but just because the more routed team might be happier, like, yo, I get to do a tween cross now, and because Harden not here, that don't mean you should be doing that. So me personally, I don't think they got better by getting rid of Harden. I feel like Harden's impact on the game as a primary ball handler, wildin'. So, I feel like him as the primary, feel me?
Right.
It expands the defense to the point where it's like it keeps them on their heels, because Harden, as much as people like to say he dribbles all the time and might shoot the deep threes, he's not a selfish player.
He does.
But he's not a selfish player though.
He's not selfish.
Yeah, so it's like I don't think they got better by getting rid of him. I just don't think so.
I guess just to answer my own question real quick and then we'll move on. I think they got better just in the aspect of they got rid of that headache. If he was still on the roster and they're playing, I don't think they're 7-1 right now.
Right. No, yeah.
It would have been the narrative,
Just the chemistry.
and all this. Every time
It's not even just the play style, like the
Right.
chemistry.
Like, that would have been the story the
Exactly.
whole year. Like, when are they going to get the
Right.
deal done? When are they going to get the
Exactly.
deal? I see
They're
what you're
never
saying.
going to ask them about, well, Embiid in the second quarter and you missed that
Right,
assignment.
yeah.
Why? They're going to be like, so how do you feel about Harden?
Because the thing is, he
You know
was
what I'm
still
talking
fit to play. He wanted to hop on. He wanted to travel with the team. They did
Right,
that.
right.
Was he fit to play?
Shoot, it looked like it the
I
way he was.
don't know if he was fit to play. I know he's fit for the Vegas strip club. I don't know.
Yo,
I don't know.
That's not what we're going to do on this
I don't know
platform.
about. No,
That's
I'm
not
just,
what we-
I'm just
respectfully.
saying. I know he's fit in there. He's the
Disclaimer.
He's the greatest of all time in the strip club.
Disclaimer.
Magic City.
The It's Debatable podcast,
I'm sorry, my fault,
excluding
my fault.
Darius, does not agree with the statements being made.
My fault. That is a Justin Jones
Respectfully.
statement. No, not a Jalen.
I don't
not a Darius,
agree.
Not a Sub.
Shout out to Harden.
Okay. Shout out the 76ers. They are playing well right now. Can they keep it up? We're just gonna have to wait and see. We are now gonna move on to the next topic and move on to the Western Conference. We have both LA teams right now that had high expectations going into this season. Both sort of struggling right now. The Lakers are at 4-5 right now. They did beat the Phoenix Suns last night in overtime. They did pick up a big win for their morale. I believe before that they lost about 3 straight games. Then you have the Clippers sitting at 3-5 right now. Has not won a game since Harden has joined the team. They are sitting at the 11th seed right now. So I want to start with Darius on this question. Which LA team early struggles are more alarming?
I'd probably say the Lakers. The reason I don't think the Clippers issue is that serious is because it's a big change that's being made. So if you're adding a player as dominant as Harden to your team, regardless of how the lineup is, a lot of things have to change. So whatever they might have been going through in training camp before the season got started, it's gonna change now. And it's the benefit is that it's still early. So a lot of these seedings aren't really real. Like, you really see who's really like that after the All-Star break or even a little bit before. So right now, I don't think for the Clippers it matters. The reason I think it matters with the Lakers, though, is because, my nigga, when are we going to see AD be this generational talent that he going to be? Like, I don't know when it's going to come through for real. He's always hurt. Luckily, I'm not going to disrespect him. He has a chip. I understand that. That's cool. But it's like, bro, Bron is 48 years old, my nigga. Bron is out here. He's posting up.
He 47. Relax. He 47.
Yeah, 47. 47 years old, bro. Like, shit got to change. And to me personally, I think the Lakers roster overall is trash. I feel like the roster, the Lakers got hype off of that playoff run last year, and they fooled niggas. They brought everybody back like on some, oh yeah, we gonna run it back, et cetera, et cetera. This shit is trash, bro. So unless they make a trade or make any moves like before the trade deadline or in this or whatever the case may be, I feel like this shit is more alarming because I wouldn't be shocked if they're a playoff team and fuck around and miss the playoffs completely. I wouldn't be shocked personally. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I would not be shocked at that if that was the case.
So, which LA team early struggles are more alarming?
I would say the Clippers, though, just for what I've seen thus far. Okay. It's like Darius said, it's a huge adjustment period going on right now because, you had everything that you implemented within training camp, and now you have to switch everything up. But just what we've seen this far, just the biggest elephant in the room to address is just the defense is what I'm noticing, though. Like, they're giving up way more points than what they did before. Just the loss of the wing defenders really is what killing them on defense as well. And another thing I noticed is just that it's like we said earlier, it's one ball. And like, feel me, I know Russ has been doing like a all right job, just like playing off ball a little, letting Harden cook, letting him do his thing. But it's just like everybody's deferring. So what I'm thinking is at least somebody's gonna have to go to the bench. And I feel like Russell Westbrook is gonna be the odd man out in that situation. Because if I'm a coach, I'll roll with James Harden. Like just off the strength that, he facilitates a little better, like a little bit less turnovers, and like he hits the three at a higher volume. But it's just like, that's the thing that they were talking about before this trade happened is just, are they willing to sacrifice? So the thing is now we see he's just like PG's looking a little bit like timid right now, deferring, just trying to get everybody involved. Kawhi Leonard is not really like, the Kawhi Leonard we seeing right now. And it just looks weird because at the end of the day, when we look at it, they can still score. Because when I'm watching the game at the Garden on Monday, it's just they can still score, but it's just like you don't see like too much emotion going on. I don't see enough like backdoor cuts or pin down screens. I see it's my turn, your turn. James Harden eat. Oh, Russ eats. Yo, PG, go get your go create a shot for yourself. Kawhi Leonard, go take a midi. And I'm looking at it like that. Like the offense is too scattered around. Like my turn, your turn. It's not like a team. It feels like it's like an all-star game. Like, when you really have those four players, it's like an all-star game now because everybody's, like, hunting their own shots and shit like that. And it's just, like, I don't know how to describe it, but just overall right now, and, like, to your point again, it's a good problem to have because it's early on in the season. Like, the record don't define what they're going to do. But Ty Lue's going to have to make an adjustment just to get at least back on a winning track. Russ might have to sit on the bench. Harden might have to sit on the bench. Somebody's going to have to sacrifice just for the greater good of that team. So that's what's really, like, the alarming for this team thus far.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut anybody off, but
Go ahead, bro.
Also, I don't think they played a home game yet since the trade been made.
What does that mean, though?
Listen, when you play at the crib, it's a different kind of energy overall for the team. So
understandable. But
let's get a home game.
Is that excusing their losses?
I'm not excusing anything, but let's get a home game in. Like the trade happened, and it's been a road trip ever since. They played the Knicks, they played the Nets, and then went to Dallas.
Oh, so they lost, and James Harden was in New York City at late night.
I don't know. I don't know what he's inferring, but all I know is the facts show. Yeah, they lost 3 straight games, but they've all been road games. Let's go back to the crib. Let's see what's going on.
But Russ needs some of that mama fried chicken.
Nah, word. Like, they all Cali boys. It's cold out here. Like, I'm in New York. Like, you think I don't even want to be here.
What happened in Dallas?
I don't even want to be here, bro.
What happened in Dallas?
That 44 by Luka was
Zion said Dallas' favorite city. You know what I'm saying? Zion said Dallas' favorite city.
You said you're not putting that narrative. What do you mean? What is Zion talking about?
Listen, shout out to Zion.
What goes on in Dallas?
I've been looking at some cribs in Dallas. Shout out to Zion.
In Dallas,
I want to know what's going on in Dallas.
Everything bigger in Texas. Word.
San Antonio women.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't going that far.
Those churros?
Those churros.
Let me not body shame, you know what I mean? But chill.
I ain't say Charles Barkley.
Yo, I'm just not on the San Antonio for real though. Feel me?
But just to go back.
Hold on. Oh, you going back?
Yeah.
Jalen still got good.
I got you. Just like to quick say, just like even the Brooklyn like game, Like that was a whole opportunity for them to get their chemistry together because who wasn't playing?
Ben didn't play.
Ben
that.
didn't
Ben
play.
didn't play.
There was like 2 or 3 other stars played. Like they
And
got
then
cooked by
Cam
Cam
play?
Thomas got injured.
Cam Thomas got injured as
hurt.
well. Lonnie Walker was cooking him. That's what I'm saying. It's the defense. I feel like that's really just the big issue. Like we all know that everybody say PJ Tucker is like a defender. Like we know he could defend, but it's like how much times he gonna get cooked though? Like and how much times you gonna throw him at a defender? Like realistically speaking, that team should be way better defensively, but it's just like I don't see the effort there. I feel like that's what's really holding them back. Because yeah, they can score, but it's like at the same time is you're gonna give away points. You're gonna be like the Phoenix Suns though, because they still have asterisks on them just off the defense that their defense is suspect, and you know that's not gonna win you no game. So with the Lakers, we know like feel me, they early struggles right now, like and it looks whack. But as one thing I could always say that they'll be able to defend. You still got a defender in 80 that's leading the league in blocks. Vanderbilt is still not back yet. He's like a really good 1 through 5 defender. So with them, I'm not worried about it because the defense is gonna make up for what they got going on. With the Clippers, just more so just like I just need to see more. Like I need to see a change.
Jalen.
For me, I'm gonna say the Lakers. For the Clippers, I feel like so fact again, you know, it's a big move and it's only been 3 games, but I feel like roles haven't been established at all. I don't feel like nobody knows what they're supposed to do. I feel like, you know, they're all 4 great players and I really feel like they're capable of doing everything. But what do you need solely from PG on the floor while, you know, Kawhi and Harden is on the floor? Like I really feel like they're all dynamic in their own way. But like when you place people on a court with like certain people, when I'm looking at the rotations, I see like me like specifically on the Dallas game, like I really feel like when they play James Harden with Kawhi, they had success. But when they go Russ and Paul George, it's kind of like funky a little bit. Like I really feel like they need to just figure out, you know, who complements who, and then like what do we need from each and everybody. I really feel like that's just something that's gonna get figured out like more quicker. But for the Lakers, I just feel like I picked the Lakers more so just off the base of consistency. I just feel like I know like we know what we're gonna get from LeBron on a consistent basis, but I feel like on a consistent basis we don't know what AD is gonna give us on a consistent basis. I really feel like he's more like consistent on a defensive end, like getting rebounds and blocks and defending at a high level. But on offense, it's not a consistent basis to say, all right, you know, we can guarantee that, you know, Anthony Davis is going to at least give us a good, you know, 20-point, 25-point game each and every night out there on the floor. That's kind of iffy. Even with, you know, some of the role players, you know, Torrey and Prince had a hot start, but then, you know, dropped down a little bit. And then I'm looking at, you know, some of the stats like Cam Reddish is shooting like 30% from the field, you know, from the 3-point line. Austin Reeves having early struggles and everything. So it's like who as much as, you know, you have your star players, who's going to be there on a consistent basis to help you on a consistent basis like throughout the season and in the playoffs. And also too, I'm also seeing like there's even early talks. Oh, maybe they need a 3rd star, but again, like it's gonna it's gonna like be a cycle now because I get, you know, they had their young role players and then they traded for AD, and then when they got, you know, Montrez and everybody, but then they traded that, you know, for Russell Westbrook and that didn't work. So and then they got rid of the 3rd star. Then they got role players, and then now they got role players thinking about, all right, maybe you should add a 3rd star. Like it's gonna seem like a cycle where they just keep on, all right, 3rd star role players, 3rd star role players. It's more so just a sense of consistency I just need to see from the Lakers.
Okay, so I'm gonna agree with everyone who said the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers are just more alarming right now. The Clippers thing, I'm just not really sure what's gonna happen with them, but to Seb's point, if anyone can figure it out, it would be T. Lue. He has to figure out which lineups work. He's gonna have to make adjustments. This is your team now, figure it out. And I think he is the coach to figure it out. But with the Lakers, it's just a lot of things I'm seeing, and it's only been, you know, about 8-9 games into the season. It's just a lot of alarming things. They're 1-5 on the road. LeBron is in year 21, still having to do everything. It's just when I went to go look at the stats this morning, I don't see why LeBron is the number 1 scorer on this team. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis, why are you not just the number 1 scorer? You should be averaging 30 and 12 right now. When you're dominant, nobody in the NBA can guard you, but it just seems like you're okay with being second fiddle. I've been hearing season after season he's supposed to pass the torch, and then it's like you just run away from the torch any single time it even comes near you. I'm just confused. I don't get it. He's averaging, Anthony Davis, 23.9, 12 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. You might just hear those stats and be like, well, that's great. Not for him, because I've seen him have way better seasons. I've seen him be way more dominant. He's okay defensively, but you're not just on this team to be a defensive player. You're supposed to be on both ends. You got this extension in the summer, and I don't see how you improved your game in any way. And then we're already about to start with the injuries. You have a hip spasm. How did that happen? What were you doing?
Hey, yo.
No, I just want to know, what were you like? I'm just confused, Anthony Davis. You're just. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but I'm just gonna say the Los Angeles Lakers have to trade Anthony Davis.
You sound like Lil Wayne.
I'm
Lil
just
Wayne
not.
said that
I'm
shit.
just not, and I agree with Lil Wayne because it's just like you're too inconsistent. And now I feel like because this team will make the playoffs. I guarantee y'all that though. You saying missing the playoffs, that's crazy. They'll make the playoffs.
They almost missed it last year.
But they made it though, and made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
But they got the same team and they're struggling. So what's going on now?
All right, so let me just go back then. Unless you want to take back the floor.
No, I got it.
All right, so I was just saying, Anthony Davis, you just have to be better. And how you gonna do that? I don't know. But management, Rob Pelinka, I'm talking to you. You have to trade Anthony Davis. Now here's a question for who. I gotta look around the league. I gotta see which is gonna complement the team, complement LeBron James. But I'm just done with the Anthony Davis project. You helped. Hold on. You helped us win the championship. I appreciate you for that. But ever since then, it seems like you just don't have that same drive. And I don't understand how you're playing on the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that Kobe Bryant was on, and it's just ridiculous. Like
That's how I say back there, Mamba mentality.
I don't know. I don't.
You got that Mamba mentality.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Can the camera see this right here? Yeah. Anthony Davis, like you need to just like maybe look at old text messages you might have had from him. Just something, because what he stood for, you don't. Oh shit. You don't.
Fix Kobe.
You do not
fix Kobe respectfully.
You do not stand for, but.
Don't text him though. Don't pull a Tatum. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't take what he just said out of context and text Kobe like, I got you.
No, I'm just saying.
We're not on that.
I'm just saying maybe look at some previous to give you that motivation, because I'm not really sure what are you playing for now. Like when I watch him play, it doesn't feel like he's playing for championships. Now I feel he's just relaxed. Yeah. Like his career, I guess, is accomplished, and he just doesn't have.
You don't got that edge.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. I just don't understand it. Even the game last night against Phoenix, he wasn't that good to me. I felt like he was just out there. I was almost more impressed with Yusuf Nurkic. Like I'm just confused. Another thing, they're the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA again. I thought we got better. I know, no, it's just no. I'm saying again because last season we went through this, and then we made trades to be a better 3-point shooting team than we was, and now we're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Quick question.
I'm confused. Go ahead.
But how you feeling like about this Austin Reeves extension? I feel like they was gassing him the whole
That
summer.
nigga,
They was gassing Austin Reeves the whole
That
summer.
nigga is trash. That nigga is trash. He is not a starter on an NBA championship level team. I am tired. Nah, bro.
Hold on.
Every time, every year it's a new white nigga on the Lakers that, yeah, I said it. On the Lakers that the media hyping up like, no, bro, he's not that nice. He's not a starting player on an NBA championship level team, bro. He's not. He's not your third star. So kiss that goodbye. Go get somebody else. Please don't talk about this nigga, bro.
No, well, before Seb, you even made that point, I was eventually going to get to Austin Reeves, also Roy Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, all people that got paid, and I'm just not seeing them elevate.
Mm-hmm. And how you didn't get better and you just was at USA? Everybody always gets better after that, bro. Yeah. How you didn't get better? Because you're whack. You're whack.
All right, well, that's a comment from Darius Celestin.
Yes.
You can DM him, tweet at him if you want to have that conversation with him. Austin,
they don't want to see me.
I'm just saying, but y'all three, Roy Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, y'all got your bag. And I heard Kevin Garnett say, you really see what type of player a player is once they get paid.
Word.
So y'all got this money, and now I'm not seeing it. Another thing, Darvin Ham, what are you telling the team in these first quarters? They've been outscored by 83 points in their first quarters this season, which is the worst through 9 games in NBA history. So I'm not sure what pre-game talk y'all are having, how y'all preparing. I'm just like, it must be, and it's not fun because I don't understand how every first quarter y'all are just losing. It's like you can't get one first quarter to where y'all are actually winning going into the second. I'm just confused, and then they're missing a lot of players right now. You did make that point, so that's why I don't want to say just blow the whole team up.
Who they missing besides Vanderbilt? Just curious.
Rui, I think.
No,
Nah,
Rui's
Rui
been
played
playing.
last night.
Oh,
Rui
oh,
played
okay.
last night.
Nah, Rui just came back. We're missing Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. Shout out to Darius' little brother in the back. And Gabe Vincent, that was a player they did give the bag to. They gave him a little lengthy contract. That's someone we're expecting to provide.
He was
Not
like a
gonna lie,
suspect
like,
though when he was out
just-
there though.
So,
In
that
about 3 games though.
that nigga is lit, bro. He went from Miami to LA.
Wait, what are you saying?
Hey, what do you mean by
That
that?
nigga is lit, bro. Word. Respectfully.
All right.
But would you rather be in Miami or in
Nah, I
LA?
definitely would rather be in Miami. That LA tax, crazy.
Yeah.
No, true.
Crazy.
True. But yeah. Those are just some of the reasons why I feel the Lakers are just more alarming than the Clippers. Because the Clippers, besides Mason Plumlee, they have their roster. This is their team. Ty Lue just has to figure it out. I just want to see this team get 100% healthy because Vanderbilt is a key
Yeah,
component
yeah.
to the team.
Nah,
though.
you're right.
We've seen in that Golden State Warriors series, him, guarding Steph
Nah,
Curry
he
when,
did.
when they get those switches and things of that nature. So he is important, but that's not why y'all should be 4-5 and getting outscored by 83 points in 9 games. Like it's just too much Darvingham. You got till Christmas. You got till Christmas.
Y'all going David Blatt the nigga? Like how you did David
I'm gonna
Blatt?
send him the application for DoorDash.
Oh my
LA,
God, bro.
LA people like to get high. They be hungry
Yo.
watching the games at their crib.
Nah, don't do that to DM, bro.
Nah, I'm just.
Last year, first year.
So
head coach
why have
conference,
they been outscored by 83 points in the first quarter, the worst span through 9 games in NBA history?
They
How?
can't guard. That's simply it. They can't guard, and they by the time they get going, they put themselves in a position to always have to fight back. That's literally what it comes down to, man. Every time I look like a nigga like Christian Woods that's on the floor, he looks like he has no care in the world. I don't see no like backbone from somebody like him.
Hold on. I've seen Christian Wood throughout all these games make huge defensive plays in our wins. That's just a fact.
All right, respectfully.
You
I've seen
can't
that.
play
But
him for
like,
too long,
yeah.
though. You can't
can't- I
play
feel like
him
he
for
gets
too long.
He's not a starter.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
He start tweaking.
I've seen him make huge defensive plays.
Nah,
though.
word.
I have though, so I
Word.
can't say too much. You gonna play defense? I'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
But if you just doing absolutely nothing, like Austin Reeves, once again, you gotta add more to your game. They're already seeing your little crossover move you like
bro.
to do, and their pickpockets.
He's a
and
5-year college player. He is what he is. It's like,
I'm
I know
just
I
saying,
said you
got paid.
whack,
You got
bro.
paid a lot of money, brother.
obviously
Like,
you're an NBA player. I know you're not whack, but you whack type shit.
oh Lord Jesus.
Like, come on,
And then
son.
just real quick, because we got to move on to this whole atrocity right here with the New York Knicks.
Let's
But,
start.
but
Disgusting.
just with the Clippers, I wrote sacrifice, egos. That's something that they're gonna have to fix. If Tyronn Lue comes to Russell Westbrook after next game, like, all right, so next game you're coming off the bench. It can't be what he did in LA though. Cause we seen when he went to the bench, he wasn't too cooperative with that.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if they said that to Harden, even though I doubt they're gonna do that, but if they did it to Harden, same thing with you. You're gonna have to sacrifice. I don't think people realize that's a huge part of winning the championship.
Nah, it
You
is.
have to make
Big time.
sacrifices. You just have to. And another thing, you already brought up the defense thing. Harden coming to this team, they just got worse defensively. They're gonna have to clean that up. How? I'm not sure, but the Lakers though, they're just alarming me more. But we're gonna move on to the next segment. The New York Knicks. Seb, what's their record right now? You should know. You got the shirt on.
4-4.
They're-
Let's start there.
They're 4-4.
Mediocrity.
They've had some really suspect games and they've had some good wins. But we'll start with you, Seb. What do the Knicks have to do to get over the hump? And when I say that, I want you to understand the question. I feel like these last couple of seasons, their cap's been like the second round at best.
Okay.
So when I say over the hump, I mean reaching an Eastern Conference final, getting to the NBA Finals. What does that team have to do? The floor is yours.
Let's start there. What the New York Knicks have to do. Well, it's not even with the New York Knicks. This season is up to this man right here, number 30.
You're disgusting.
This
Let
man
him go, let
right
him go,
here,
let him
number
go.
30. I came out to see you play Monday. You play solid. You've been playing solid for 2 games. I want you to keep it up. But Julius Randle, this season and just getting over the hump depends on him. He has to play better. This year, you have to play better. I don't want to see none of them fits on the side where you missing the shot, and then you don't get back on fucking defense. I don't want to see none of that. You have to be a damn leader, bro. As simple as that. You got the talent around you. RJ Barrett has been playing good this season thus far, and it's somebody I've been critiquing heavy. He's been solid. Jalen Brunson, you got a point guard now that's ready hooping. You got everything. Mitchell Robinson has taken another step defensively. So you got everything around here. It starts with Julius Randle. I don't want to see none of these fits on the sideline. I don't want to see none of that. And please, please stop with the chucking of the threes. I'm at the game Monday, man. He gets one good three. Boom, top of the key, knockdown. The guy gets it. Jabs, jabs again. With a defense in there, take it again. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You didn't need to take that. Like, he just needs to get in a rhythm. Like, he's a solid player, too. That's why I literally grabbed the short. I'm like, yo, fuck it. Bro had a good game. Let me go grab his short, show him the support. I was showing you that support the whole time, but what I just need to see is more consistency and just really being a leader. Being a leader is, even if your shot's not going, what are you going to do otherwise to impact the game instead of just, just throwing fits and shit like that? And that's what happened in the Milwaukee game when they literally almost completed a comeback. Like, they had to play for him. He scored. Boom. They was going to run the play again. They waved him off. Jalen Brunson got another look, bro. The nigga just threw a fit, man, and just not get back on defense, bro. If you're good at play, but don't sit here and just have these whole fits and shit like that. But what I'm seeing thus far, there's a 2-game winning streak. They handled the Clippers. I was really surprised to see that game, actually, just how it turned out, because they was really getting going. I definitely like what I seen from Dante DiVincenzo as well. Somebody that's a spark plug off the bench. Really spaces for them as well. And then just the San Antonio game, just for him getting his feet back. Thus far he's looked all right. It's just the shots are not falling, and just how his response and his body language towards the shots is what's really fucking the team up. But when they're winning, they're good. But when they're down, it's just like he just looks like a dickhead. But overall, I just liked what I've seen from these 2 games thus far. I'm hoping that they continue up with the success. And just, that's really all I got to say about it. But shout out my son, Julius Randle, though.
I'm gonna let y'all go. Hold on, guys. I want to get something straight. So the question was, what do the Knicks have to do to get over the hump? Which is, reach the finals, Eastern Conference. You think it's led by Julius Randle. So what you're saying is he could be the number 1 option on the championship team.
I'm not saying the number 1 option. To me, Jalen Brunson a number 1 option. But I'm saying he has to be better, though. What I'm saying by he has to be better is just the shot selection is just more emphasis when your shot is not going. When Julius Randle's shot is not going, it's like a cancer on the team. Like, you feel the energy draining. Like, you feel like, because the fits is there.
Can this roster make the finals?
Not making the finals. I never said the finals.
So this roster could make the Eastern Conference Finals.
They have a chance. They have a puncher's chance.
Oh, my God.
Led by the big 3 of Randle, Jalen Brunson, and R.J. Barrett.
Have a chance.
Over
they made
Milwaukee,
it to the second round.
Over Boston, over Philadelphia, over
Milwaukee
Miami.
just got bounced out the first round last year by Miami.
This is a new team, though, so you can't just say that.
Okay,
it's
but
kind of a new team.
Yeah, facts. Right. But what I'm saying is you have a puncher's chance, bro. That's what I'm saying. They got better last year. Like, if you could capitalize on that and actually,
Led by Tom Thibodeau, never won the championship.
What other coaches won the championship, man? Like, what? Like, this was an Adrian Griffin now.
What other coach did it? What other coach? That's it. This is why I can't take this shit with these New York niggas, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I said punches. I'm not saying, they're gonna go to the conference final. What I'm saying is, you ask me, what do they have to do? Is it gonna happen?
Not to get knocked out the second round again. I'm talking about to advance.
That's what I'm saying.
Than they did last, and it's led by Julius Randle.
Did I say it's led by Julius Randle? I said it. He has to be better. I'm not saying it has to be led by him. Jalen Brunson is the sole leader of this team.
Jalen Brunson could be the number 1 option on the championship team.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yo, what
Darius, go ahead. Wow.
This is
wow.
I would like to start off
5'11".
At 5'11", dropping 40 on niggas, man.
Yeah, facts.
Dropping 40, bro.
This
Y'all
nigga-
gonna put some respect on Jalen
This
Brunson.
nigga's shirt is disgusting.
Yo, listen,
It's
man.
gross. It's grotesque.
Let him go.
Which one's the main camera so I know?
Is this camera on me?
All right, bet. All right. Yo. These niggas is whack, bro. Like, they so trash. Like, I don't know if the viewers out there, I'm from New York, feel me? So we got MSG. I don't watch their games until it's free on League Pass. These niggas is not gonna get a viewership watch out of me. I don't contribute to any revenue for the New York Knicks. It's repulsive. It's disgusting. It's grotesque. It makes me sick. I cannot. It's this nigga, yo. So,
Yo, have you been to the Garden? You gotta come to the Garden, bro.
Yo,
You gotta come to the Garden, bro.
The Garden. Yo, this is
let
the
him finish,
problem.
let him
Yeah, this is the problem. Because New York fans will be like, oh, we suck, but I don't know why. What's going on? Because you got niggas like this that contribute to the clownery and the foolishness. They keep putting money.
Round last year.
It's just another bill for Dolan. Another bill from niggas like him. He's laughing right now. He can't, like, he loves you though. I hope you know he loves you.
Listen,
He loves you.
about that nigga.
Nah, bro.
Listen,
But
you gotta go to the Garden, bro. That's all I can say.
I'm not. Respectfully, I would never
So you
go.
rather go to the Barclays than the Garden?
I've been to the Barclays way more times than the. I was at the Clippers game courtside. Feel me? But
I was there at the Knicks game, bro.
But
the energy hit different, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Feel me? But Dolan didn't make sure he was courtside.
Bro.
But
Who's the GM of the?
yo, don't talk about my Asian homie like that. Word.
Joe
Shout out
Tsai?
to China. Shout out to China.
The dickhead that blew up everything, the good big three that he had, the one that blew that shit up.
Yo, listen, I was
that shit would have happened in the Garden.
Yo, listen, they treated me well. I was courtside. But let me answer the question.
There you go. We was
Feel
going,
me?
left for a second.
There is no hump with the Knicks.
Oh.
That's the problem that y'all don't physically or mentally understand. There is no hump. They will never be anything. They're a failure. They're like the middle child. They're terrible, bro.
Are they
Yo,
like
look at the camera.
Dallas
Now look at the camera.
Nah,
When you
word.
tell- Yo,
That shit is crazy.
Yo, I want all this.
Nah, but you don't count though. Respect. Yeah, I can't see off camera. But feel me? I'm not even going to explain that. But listen, they're trash. There's no hump. There's nothing like to overcome the Knicks. What you 4-4, right? Mediocrity. You seen how passionate he got to talk about his 4-4 fucking team, bro? There's so many other
Clippers
teams we
are
can be
3-5.
talking about in the league, but we talking about the fucking Knicks. There's no hump they need to get over. Julius Randle is trash. Respectfully, if I seen you in the street, I'd smack the shit out you. This nigga is trash. Brunson?
Yeah.
Nah, because I hate the way this nigga plays, bro. It's terrible basketball. It's terrible to watch. He comes up, hezzy. He does a million hezzies.
works
Can't
for
go
him,
right.
bro.
He's been in the league for like 9 years. Can't go right. And I'm tired of niggas that have had the potential to play with Kobe, talk that Kobe shit, and don't implement no Kobe stuff. Why you can't go right? He's like the Emmanuel Hansel nigga with the one arm,
my
but just
God,
left
he's going
side.
left.
No one on that
It's
team
crazy.
could go right.
Nah, facts.
No,
Nah,
he can go
yo,
right.
Wait, Brunson can't go right?
Nah, Brunson goes right. Respectfully, Brunson, that he a hooper for real. Feel me? Barrett. Yo, you know how many weeks? Remember the draft he got drafted? Niggas was interviewing him. They was like, yeah, you struggle with your offhand. This nigga goes, you know what's funny? I'm actually right-handed. That's not a good thing, my nigga, because you still can't fucking go that way. I'm tired of seeing you going left. Don't jump stop and then try to spin right, nigga. No.
Well, I hate that move.
And you know what the move I'm talking about? It's the move
beat
you
the
do.
Cavs, bro.
It's the
It
move
beat
you
a team
do.
that was ambidextrous. It beat a nigga like Donovan Mitchell that could go left and right. It beat a
Nah,
nigga like Gary.
word.
That's
Like-
what I'm saying, bro. Like, it worked for them, bro. What
But
works
nah,
for them don't work for others.
Let Jalen go. I'm tired of talking about these niggas. Word.
But Jan, you about to have the floor. But you keep saying it worked. They didn't win anything.
But it worked for them to get to the second round, though.
But is that as fan? See,
Yo.
hold on.
This is what I was talking
Hold on.
about.
I don't like when
Oh my
we're fans
God.
of teams and now they make it to the second round.
I'm-
They made it to the second round. What is that? What
does it mean?
accolade is
Did
that?
I say it,
don't,
man?
what do you mean?
And all I'm
So
saying
what worked?
is
It
that
didn't
it
really
gave them a
work
little
because
bit
they played
success
Miami
than before they
Hold on.
had.
They played in Miami with a better coach, a better team, and they got waxed. So what worked? It
Nah,
didn't work.
did I
You know,
deny that, though?
you know what it's like. You know what it's like being a Knicks fan.
Like, did I deny? I didn't deny nothing, bro. Like, I agree with you,
I
but
can't
I'm
deny
saying,
them.
I'm
Nah.
going to come to the
I
defense
don't
of
like when you're
it.
saying it's working.
But
I said it worked. Worked.
For one round,
Yes,
it worked.
yes.
Seb.
Yes.
You know what it's like being a Knicks fan.
Yes. That's
know
what
what
you
it's
want me to
like?
say? It worked.
Hold on. Let me just. You know what it's like being a Knicks fan, right? Let's say you got a shorty, right? You treat her like shit. Like you treat this bitch like shit all the time, or whatever. But then that one day a year, like it could be Christmas, Valentine's Day, you dumb out. You get her the gifts, trip. She fake forget that you was treating her like shit for 11 months because that one day you treated her good. That's what it's like being a Knicks fan, my nigga. Y'all get treated like shit all year. But then that one day in May, Randall got 30 in the playoffs, and now y'all go into the next season with that same love for the Knicks or your man or your shorty. But like, bro, respect for your shorty is trash. Your nigga is trash.
Bro, what I'm saying is, though,
why y'all don't see that?
bro, I'm calling out what I see. The question was, what do they have to do? Unless they're trading Randall, which they probably not, because I don't know. They fucking love this nigga to
Now,
death.
how many years he had in the contract? I don't know.
He signed for like, what, 4 or 5 years?
He might have, yeah. I don't know.
Like, unless they find somebody better, this is what they sticking with. So if you're sticking with this, you gotta find a way.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could possibly point out in that shit is that this nigga gotta be better, bro. When we watch the games, bro, how much times we see the nigga, Like, nigga, like, get back on defense, bro.
He might not want to be there though, cause he say he don't really fuck with the New York niggas. He probably don't fuck with niggas like me. That said, I'll
the
smack
Knicks
the shit
made
out
this
of him.
nigga, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
The Knicks made this nigga, bro. He wasn't on shit before the Knicks, bro.
The Knicks made him what?
The Knicks made him, bro. He's a two-time
Made him
All-Star,
what?
bro. All NBA before
But he was
off the
putting up
Knicks.
numbers before he got to the Knicks.
the
He was
Pelicans, bro.
Yeah, it was still a double-double. It was like 19 and 11.
He was not making an All-Star until he came to the Garden, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Like, feel me? Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, your name gets a little bit bigger when you're in the Garden. He was the first nigga that really come out here.
Right.
Like, and he was doing his thing. But the thing is, like, yeah, you doing your thing, but how well you gonna, like, accept the criticism that come with it? That's the thing. He bugs out whenever criticism is like, oh, I don't gotta do this. Like, that's the thing. His body language is the only thing that's holding the team back. Because if you're losing, like, why are you throwing a fit, nigga? Like, that's the only
Can I ask
part.
you a question? You keep bringing up these 2 games, but you glossed over the fact that before those 2 games, he was going through the worst shooting slump in NBA history. You did not bring that up one time.
Nigga, I just said he's been playing better those 2 games. I just said.
Some NBA history, Seb. The league's been around since 1950.
Listen, history's
what?
always gonna be made within the league, bro. No matter what you do, history's always gonna be made.
I like that save you just said. That was clever.
That's not facts. Like, feel me?
That was clever.
We're the
though.
first team that be down 0-4 to come back. Like, yeah, like we're the first team to come out. Like, there's always history to be
Sir,
made. As the game
The
is gonna
worst
get played,
shooting slump since the 50s.
bro. There's always gonna
You know
be
how
a
many
stat.
players
There's a
have
stat for
10 since
everything. Yo,
But do
tell me
you
that. There's
know
not a
how-
stat for everything.
Oh,
That
there
is
is.
a
There
stat.
is.
That's
There
what I'm
is.
saying, bro. So
That-
at the
But why
end
is
of
he
the-
always
that's
on the
not-
wrong side of the stat?
Bro,
Why he always on the
because
wrong side
Seb,
of the
how
shit?
many
He started out
players have
shitty.
came in
Bro, you
the
know how much
league
players
since
started out
19
shitty thus far, bro?
Yo.
He just started out the shittiest, bro.
We
He's
gonna
crap.
smack the shit out you, Randall. When we see you, we gonna just smack the
Hold
shit
on,
out
I'm
you.
not
Stop
condoning
doing
the
that dumb
slapping the
shit.
shit out of
Nah,
Randall.
stop doing
That's
that
my man.
dumb
That's
shit.
my
I don't
man.
got no
That's my man.
personal
Nah, we're
gripe
in
with
New
him.
York, bro. We gonna smack the shit out you. You keep doing that
No, you're
dumb
saying
shit.
we. Who's the y'all? I'm not slapping.
That's my man's, bro. I ain't go
Yo,
for you.
I got
yo.
niggas in New York.
Oh, you got it.
That's my
When I say we gonna smack the shit out this nigga.
It's debatable. It's debatable. Is sponsored by niggas in New York.
Word.
If you see niggas in New York, there
Nah, I
is
really
no.
don't. And this shit is really for like the fans to talk about how they feel, because they'll really tell you the same shit. Because when I'm at the game, there's really mixed emotions. They're like, oh, this fucking guy, all he does is takes threes.
Word.
And this guy is really gonna cheer him on though. But the thing is like, he causes like the fans to really be in a frenzy. Like it's really him by himself, bro. And that's one thing that I fake wish that we didn't trade Obi Toppin though. Because when Obi Toppin's in the game, he was literally like,
Wow.
yo, throw the fucking sheet, bro. I really don't give a
Yo,
fuck,
what
bro.
we got next? What we got next, yo? Yo, come on,
My son Jalen didn't even go.
Yeah. You want to get
Obi
into this?
Toppin is the reason.
Oh my God, bro.
Jalen, what do the Knicks have to do to just I don't know. Like,
Yeah, for me, it would just to be traded Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson, to be honest. Because to me, I just don't feel like they're reliable options to me. Oh yeah. They just not like, for me though. Just in comparison to other teams, I just question if Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson even a good second option, to be honest. If we go into, the other teams, I don't think Jalen Brunson or Julius Randle is better than a Dame, a Chris Middleton, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brown, Bam Adebayo. I could go on and on. I just don't think. I just feel like they need a true number one option that could be relied on consistently to win them games. I do like the core though. Like, I really feel like like R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Quentin Grimes, Dante DiVincenzo. They're definitely good, solid rotation players. But I don't think they're they're good rotation players. But for all that, for Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, no. Like, you need more reliable stars that could complement that.
Bro, like
Oh.
who?
that complement them, bro. But
Like
but
who?
Julius Randle and
Julius Randle is expendable. That's what I'm saying. Unless there's a trade that comes
Yo,
up.
go
for
to
him.
the next. Go.
My
You
son
can't
Cat.
keep talking about these niggas.
no, I'm just saying if you got a
The
team,
Knicks
Yo,
are
I
like
wish
a
Son was here. Yo,
disease.
Son, bro. Yo, Son could argue about. I can't. My son Son could argue about that.
they're like questionable second
The
options.
Knicks are a disease, bro. They're like COVID, son.
oh, Lord
We
Jesus.
gotta
All
get
right.
rid of these niggas.
I kind of feel, because we're gonna move on to the next topic. I kind of feel how, well, I guess this side of the table has felt. I just wrote down, you gotta trade Randall and just get some other pieces. And then you have to fire the coach. I don't like Tom Thibodeau. Sometimes there be these old school coaches try to implement the old school into the new school. That's not what the game is right now. You got to move on from that, and then you got to fire James Dolan. There's a lot of things they have to
Never go
do,
to finals.
they're not going to, and that's why they're not going to go to the finals. But
James still don't have anything to do anything, bro. He's just sitting back.
You-
I don't,
you
I don't
think- you
respect
think
Tom
James
Thibodeau because I
don't-
know what he tried to do to one of my mans. I'm gonna keep that tucked though.
Yo, what
But
type of insider source?
Yeah,
you
I
got?
NBA
don't, fuck with,
insider?
I don't fuck with Tom Thibodeau because I know you, nigga.
Oh
Trust.
Lord.
I know you,
All right, let's.
Yo, what the fuck?
sneaky bastard. Next topic though,
All
by the way.
right, to end the show, we're gonna move back to the Western Conference. Talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm just gonna say that are the Timberwolves legit title contenders this year? Jalen.
Nah. To the same point I said about the 76ers, they have to at least get out the first round for me to even say they're not even conference finals talks for me yet. I definitely feel like they definitely could get to the second round. I want to give credit to Anthony Edwards. I know Seb elected him to have most improved player, but he's really performing at like an MVP level. I definitely feel like he wants that challenge of being counted upon to win them games. I really feel like he's not running away from it. You can see the hunger in him to try to win these games. And even Karl Anthony Towns isn't having the best season as well, but they're still figuring out how to win games consistently. I just feel like Rudy Gobert is having a phenomenal defensive season. I really feel like specifically this season too, I really feel the only reason why they kind of like fell off a little bit last year because Karl Anthony Towns wasn't there for majority of the season. But I feel like now they kind of get into the flow. They're familiar with what they want to do on offense and defense, and I really feel like everybody has their roles constructed out for them. Big shout out to Naz Reid too. I feel like he's a big contributor off the bench as well, and Jalen McDaniels as well. I really feel like everybody kind of just knows their role in the team. Anthony Edwards is a superstar, and then Karl Anthony Towns could any night be the number one option as well. So I really feel like the Timberwolves as a whole just has their roles set in stone for them. And I really feel like they're going to have a successful year this year. But as far as like title contending and everything, I would just wait on that yet. So I feel like they could get to the second round as of right now.
Darius.
Yo, I love Anthony Edwards' game. Is it Jaden McDaniels, the twin? I know he has a twin.
Jaden.
I love his game. Like, there's a lot of different players on the Timberwolves. I love their game. Kyle Anderson, like respectfully, but this bonjour baguette nigga Rudy Gobert.
Oh my God.
This nigga is trash. This nigga is trash, bro. Like, yo, bro, this nigga is so whack, son. Do y'all watch these niggas? I don't know if y'all watch. I got
see Muscle working on his three.
I was never big on Rudy Gobert, but
this nigga is garbage. There will never be title contenders with him on this team. And respectfully, this cat nigga, this kitty cat nigga, I heard what you said talking about you the best center shooter. I watched your game the other night. You're not that guy, pal. This nigga is trash. That nigga is trash. I think both of them niggas gotta go, respectfully. Just keep Ant, build around Ant. Ant is like baby Joe. You know what? Who Ant remind me of a little bit? He remind me of like, he got like the Jordan athleticism with like a little bit of the Joe Johnson game. Like that's what I see. I see like a mixture of both. Not as smooth as Joe Johnson, because Joe Johnson,
T-Mac.
nah, not T-Mac, because he don't got the height. But like, I see a mixture of like Jordan and Joe Johnson.
I see more D Wade than Joe Johnson.
You see D Wade?
I see
You know
a
why I
little
don't? You know
more
why I don't
D-Wade.
see D Wade? Because to me, D Wade was more of like slash. I feel like with
Edwards is
Ant-
a better jump shooter.
Yeah,
for
so
a
that's
fact.
the
But
only
just
reason why I wouldn't. But I see why you would say
get
that.
into the basket and things.
Yeah.
And you know,
But back to this baguette nigga, Gobert. This nigga is trash. There will never be. The question was title contenders.
yes.
There will never be title contenders with this nigga on the team. Him and Cat, they both gotta go. They should have traded Cat last year before the playoffs started while his value was high. Nigga shit the bed again. He trash. Jimmy done told the world that you was whack, so I know you trash. I could say that. When other NBA niggas say you trash, a regular pedestrian like me, because I know y'all NBA niggas be on some like, yo, this nigga is not a basketball player. Yeah, you could beat me one-on-one. You're 7 foot, you goofy. I know you could beat me one-on-one. But Jimmy Butler said you're trash. I can say you're trash now, nigga. There will never be, there will never be title contenders. Respectfully. Actually, disrespectfully, because you're trash.
Okay. Seb.
These niggas is whack, bro. These niggas be whack. These niggas really be whack, though.
Yo, what the
Word.
fuck? Yo, besides the rant that Darius just went on, I'm gonna have to agree with him that they not title contenders though. There's a whole list of other teams that they gotta, before they actually get to be title contenders though. They have a better start. This is the start that they was hoping for when they traded for Gobert. But like, that shit had to take a while for it to happen. But what they're doing is they're developing right now. Like they're probably gonna make a first round again. Might get bounced out if they're lucky. Their limit is the second round this season. But title contenders, there's a whole list of other teams that they got to go through. So I'm gonna have to say no on that. But I definitely like the emotion that they got going on. Anthony Edwards, most improved player of the year, like Jalen said, playing like an MVP caliber level. Definitely like stepped up on defensively too. Like, when we was watching that Boston game, like he even said himself, he took the initiative of guarding Tatum for that last stop. I definitely like what I'm seeing. Jaden McDaniels too, another defender. The way he's looking, both of them have potential to make an all defensive team as well. So when we look at that, Gobert too, they even saying you just went off on that nigga for no reason. But
nah, it's not no reason. This nigga's trash.
But not offensively, but defensively, he's having one of his better seasons. They're saying he's up there for his defensive rating as well. So this team defensively looks solid. Can they put it together offensively to, make it to the second round and maybe have some hopes? That's still yet to be seen. But definitely when we was arguing about this shit literally on our first episode, when we was talking about this whole Timberwolves teams, we talking about how is it gonna work. Right now it's a small sample size, but what we're seeing is like it might have the opportunity to work. Because when I'm watching when I was watching last night's game against the Spurs, like, he really don't do too much posting up or nothing like that. He really just spreads the floor. Like, he'll take his threes like that. They literally just turn him into, like, a stretch big like that. So, is it going to work throughout the whole duration of the season? I don't know, but right now, they got some motion going on there. That's all I can say.
All right, so I agree with everyone. I don't think they're legit title contenders. I only asked this question. I'm a big fan of the Bill Simmons podcast, and he was very high on them. He was saying they're legit title contenders this season. I thought that was kind of crazy, so I want to hear everyone's opinion, but I totally disagree. Once again, I don't like teams with a whole bunch of question marks. I got to ask myself all these questions about them. Their bench is suspect to me. Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, they're playing good now. But last season, wasn't Jaden punching the wall and he broke his, that wasn't right? He broke his hand, he lost his mind. Are you just going to be able to depend on these players? A lot of people look good right now within the first 10 games this season, the first 20, some of these teams. Once the lights really, really get bright, people start just looking a little bit different. You can just make an example of Victor Wembanyama. He went to the Garden talking about it's not that big in here, and the lights turned on, and he looked a little.
Nigga got clamped.
Yeah, he looked crazy. So we have to let this season really marinate. That's why some of these takes are gonna sound a little crazy, but their bench is suspect. Next point, I can't depend on Karl Anthony Towns. Whenever the playoffs come again in foul trouble, missing open shots, like it's just too much. It's too much of a headache. I'm just not sure. I can't depend on him. And Darius hit it right on the nose. I ain't gonna say I think Gobert is trash. I think he's really not good. But
that's trash. That's
close enough.
That's a
Trash.
political correct.
I just don't want to say trash. I just don't think he's that good offensively.
He clogs the lane.
I think
clogging the lane, my nigga.
I think Jalen's better than him offensively. It's just down the stretch. Down the stretch of important playoff games, are you gonna be able to play him?
No.
They're
gonna play
and
Naz
that's
Reid.
your third best player, right? So that's something that that's just something that really alarms me. So just off those three reasons, I can't say you're a title contender. If you're a title contender, I can't have that many questions. Like the Celtics right now, title contenders, I don't got that many questions. They just look great. The Denver Nuggets, I don't got no questions. They just look great. Strictly just health. But some of these other teams, when you got to ask yourself 4, 5, 6, if this goes right, if this player averages 20, and if this, you shouldn't have to do all these hypotheticals. Timberwolves, you're playing good right now. Can I see a record on December 25th? That's just when the whole NBA looks different.
Nah, because what I was gonna say to you, you said if they take out like Gobert, like in like playoff situations, because he can't like score and shit like that, who are they gonna put in? Because like
that's when you put in Naz Reid, and Naz Reid, he's shown. Since he's been in the league, I'm a big fan of his game as well. Mm-hmm. He showed that he can play both ends of the court at a high level. So in the playoffs, the game slows down.
Yeah, facts.
So a player like Ant, he's not going to be able to eat in transition consistently over and over. So my nigga, if I catch this fucking rock on the right wing and your fucking 2 left foot ass is clogging the lane, I can't get my shit off, bro. That's why I'm saying this nigga is trash. Because I heard what you said. Yeah, he's having one of the best defensive seasons. You're 7 foot. What the fuck? You're supposed to block shots. You're supposed to do that. That doesn't excite me. It's not like you're Draymond where you're maybe 6'6", 6'7", guarding other 7-footers. You're supposed to do that, my nigga. You're trash. Continue.
Nah, I'm saying though, because you gonna put Naz Reid out there with Cat, and Cat's gonna get into that foul trouble too. Cat can't stay on the
But
floor
not
for
even.
shit.
You could put in Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson don't even start. So
Facts.
So what we saying is
you have Cat. You could move Cat to the 5 and put Kyle Anderson at the 4.
Definitely can. That's another real good defender in the league. Kyle Anderson. They gotta. If you look at that, but I understand the question too, and I understand, to reiterate what you said, what Bill Simmons saying, why they could be, because when it comes to actual defenders, they have a lot of defenders that are able to switch everything with McDaniels, Kyle Anderson, even Ant, Naz Reid. I feel like those pieces right there alone constantly can guard all the positions on the court. But you got that French nigga that's just fucking shit up, and then you got that nigga Kitty Cat fucking shit up. So I didn't say the word. Yo, don't look at me like I just, we seen the footage. I could say this though. We seen the footage of him speaking before.
Oh no!
Don't get shot now because the cameras is on. We got the nigga. You know the nigga I'm talking about when I do this. But I'm not even gonna say respectful.
All right, well, we officially ran out of time, so that's gonna do it for this episode of It's Debatable NBA edition. I want to personally thank Darius for coming onto the show. Definitely brought some different energy. This episode is sponsored by Trash and Nigga. I want to thank you for coming on the show. You definitely had some great insights. You will be back.
I appreciate it.
Jalen, always good work. Everyone watching, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at It's Debatable _ and follow me at Justin Jones on Facebook for details and developments on the It's Debatable platform.
All right.
Yeah.